All right, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachahakwadash. Double honors due to the apostles, the elders, the great millstone, and peace, love, salutations, and blessings to the Lord's elect out there. Brother Yeshaya. Now, this lesson right here is going to be based off of a series I know a lot of brothers are familiar with, the Black Mirror series, which recently came out. I believe it's seventh season, sixth or seventh season. I believe, but anyway, it's very symbolic, as because we know that the media and everything is controlled by the small hatters, right? And they set up whoever they set up for their agenda, because what their agenda, okay, is to basically have everyone accounted for by way of the M.O.T.B, which is the charagma, which is the micro seal, okay, that is spoken of in the book of Revelation, the 13th chapter. Now, this whole, especially this last season, every single, season 7, I believe, but every single one basically has something to do with AI, has something to do with technology, and basically mixing human with machine, which is basically the fifth industrial revolution, which they're trying to, which is part of their enterprise, right? So here's a little bit about the fifth industrial revolution, all right? The fifth industrial revolution, 5IR, also known as Industry 5.0, represents a shift toward human-centric and sustainable practices, building upon the advancements of the fourth industrial revolution. It emphasizes collaboration between humans and machines, focusing on personalization, ethical considerations, and the well-being of both workers and the planet. So, like the scriptures say that, they work to do their enterprise, right? Let's see. But the Lord is going to basically disappoint. I think that's in Job. Yeah, Job. Let's see. Let's go to the book of Job 5. All right. This is the book of Job, chapter 5 and verse 12. I'm going to start at 11. Job 5 and 11, to set up on high those that be low, okay, that those which mourn may be exalted to safety. So the ones that, to set up on high the ones that be low, okay, and those that which mourn may be exalted to safety. So right now, okay, we are the ones that are low, okay, on the totem pole. Basically all of these nations are over us in a sense, because that's punishment of the Lord, okay. He said basically he was scatter us in the four corners of the earth and have these strange nations ruling over us, and that's what's happening. All right, but it is a paradigm shift that's happening right now. All right, where Jacob, the one that grabbed hold of the heel, is going to usurp power over his brother Esau. Okay, which Esau is ruling right now, which the scriptures tell us that he will be ruling right now in the book of 2 Esdras, the 6th chapter, I believe. So verse 12, he disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. So this is part of their enterprise, man. Okay, the fifth industrial revolution, mixing man with machine. This is part of their enterprise, and we actually see what's going on, right? We're not part of the masses, or the sheeple, as they refer to these people as, that are not in the know, because Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai gave us that eye salve to be able to see these things that are going on, okay, and to be able to call upon him in this time of need, because whether you see it or whether you don't, all right, hey, we're in the time of need, and we need to be praying to the Lord that he saves us from the wicked, which is his sword. Okay, well, that's Psalm 17, I believe. So There you go. So this is part of his enterprise. All right, the fifth industrial revolution. Okay, let's see. All right. So yeah, this is the back of your dollar bill, and they put it right in your face. Okay, so why would all right? Let's see. So Ananuit Coeptis, Novos Ordo Seclorum, which means new age or new world order. Okay, so they want everyone under one umbrella, just as Nimrod wanted the tower, the Tower of Babel. Okay, to be the central place, the central hub. All right, going outside of what Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah set up. Right. So this is, the scriptures say that which has been is. So this is all playing back out. But anyway, let's see what annoyed coeptus means. Annuit coeptus, meaning he favors. Yeah. So annuit coeptus means he favors our enterprise, or he favors our he favors our enterprise pretty much. So yes, and they're right, because Satan does favor their enterprise, because he's basically guiding them, right? Because the scriptures say his working is after Satan, coming is after Satan, right? And so this is also a part of gradualism, because gradualism is basically right here, as you see, a policy of gradual reform rather than sudden change or revolution. Now, uh, you know, for what it is, as it is, gradualism isn't something that's necessarily evil or something that's necessarily bad, but how it's used is being used as a weapon. Okay, so all of these years, and from all of these movies and playing on the minds of people through what predictive programming and all of that, they have worked on the minds of people to be able to really uh, take this thing with less resistance as possible. Okay, which is witchcraft, man. This is the book of Second Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 1. Now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Yahushua Hamashiach, and by our gathering together unto him, that ye be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter, as from us, as that day of Hamashiach Yahushua is at hand. So we're not being shaken, okay? We understand that we are on the cusp of Yahweh returning. Okay, and the scriptures say that blessed is he that will be found doing when his master comes. Okay, blessed is that servant that will be found doing when his master comes. So that's what we're doing, man. All right, doing these lessons, going to camp, staying locked into the spirit. Verse 3. And also calling out the devil, calling out, all right, this madman. Mad Max. Verse 3, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Okay, so, there's two sons of perditions. Okay, but right here, this is talking about the son of perdition, aka Esau, Edom as a nation. Now, we know that Judas Iscariot is the other son of perdition, but he's the lesser one. All right, the son of perdition or destruction is Esau. All right, and they were actually made and created to be a destruction to the earth, and also to be destroyed after 1,000 years of slavery. Okay, the Lord said that He had one lump, you know, one lump. Let me see if I can find it. I know that's in Romans. I think it's Romans 9. Uh, yeah. Romans 9 and 21. He hath the potter, have not the potter power over the clay of the same lump, to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor. So that one vessel unto honor is the Israelites, and that vessel unto dishonor is Esau, Edom. So there you go. Verse 4, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called Yahweh, or power, or that is worshipped, so that he, as Yahweh, or the Most High, sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is God. Remember ye not that when I was with you, I told you these things. All right, so we're remembering now, okay, through the Spirit. Remember ye not that when I was with you, I told you these things, and now you know that what withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Okay, only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And the mystery of iniquity, basically was the Roman Empire. And then shall that wicked be revealed, that wicked shall be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Okay, so this is, Hebrew is like 101. All right, but a lot of newer brothers and sisters are coming in, so this is good information to bring out, even though it might seem, I don't even say monotonous or repetitive, but hey, repetition is the master of learning, like Elder Gabar always goes into. So Malachi 1:1, the burden of the word of the Lord Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord Yahweh? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness, which is going to happen pretty soon. And it's going to be accomplished by what? Babylon the Great being destroyed. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. They shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people whom the Lord hath indignation forever. So that shows you right there who the wicked is, and who the wicked is referring to in the book of 2 Thessalonians. Okay, so back to it. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, see, with all power and signs and lying wonders. So all of these, signs and lying wonders that they're finna come out with, all right, is gonna be basically, because of the people who are so programmed to it, it's gonna, like I said, be met with less resistance. I'm not saying that everybody's just gonna be like no, 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 but you're gonna still have some people. I mean, yes, we're gonna take it. Yes, we're gonna take it, but you're gonna have a small sliver of people that still, okay, the so-called the truthers, so-called truthers. Now we're the real truthers, because we come through spirit and power, how about Shem Yahushua, and we're deciphering the times through the prophecies. Okay, and these words are faithful and true. All right. So yeah, these lying signs and wonders, like you can see right here. Everyone, like I said, every damn near every episode of this season requires some type of interaction between AI and this chip right here, or whatever they put it on their brain, and it controls their brain. You can see like the whites of their eyes. I mean, the blacks of their eyes, or the brown, whatever. The blacks of their eyes, but the pupil or whatnot, I believe that area you see that it's clouded out. All right, which means that this AI or this machine is taking over, but ultimately they want that to be the norm. Okay, and that's why they're doing things like this, gradualism. All right, predictive programming. Okay, to get people, geared toward this fifth industrial revolution. Okay, which is their enterprise, that or know it coeptis. Right. So you see how everything is just tying in. So let's go to the book of. Actually, I don't think I'm done in this one. So that's why we call him Satan and the devil, because that's what he is. He is. Let's see. That old serpent. I think that's in Revelation 12. Yep. Revelation 12:7, and there was a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought his angels and prevailed not. Neither was their place found anymore in heaven. So there's going to be a war in heaven, okay, in the heavens, all right, because you have different levels of heaven. So this heaven is going to be what? The atmosphere, the stratosphere, all right, because the Lord is going to come through breaking and piercing those clouds, busting those clouds open, basically coming through another dimension when he cracked the skies, you know, and for time's sake, because I didn't want to make this one too long, because I love this subject, about the M.O.T.B and all this, the gradualism and the lying signs and wonders and witchcraft, okay, that they use, you know, and the Lord actually opening up our eyes to be able to see these things, right, and call them out on it, so we can warn the people, you know. Where was I at? Yeah. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent, okay, because in the garden it wasn't an actual serpent. All right. El Yashawama goes into it. Is basically he was a magician, or he was a sorcerer, pretty much. But then he came back into the earth as Cain, and then came back again as Esau. And Esau is still walking around to this day. All right. Called the devil, all right, which means deceiver, and Satan, which means adversary, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels was cast out with him. So basically, they went from a high stature, okay, being basically running the whole earth, because the scriptures say the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, okay. If not, then where and who is he? Okay, so that's it. Job 9:24. All right, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. If not, then where and who is he? So if this white man is not the wicked that the Bible says he is, then where and who is he? All right. So yeah, his angels was cast out with him, basically saying they were defeated. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power and the power of his anointed. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night. And that's what they do. Okay, scripture say, woe to him that give his neighbor to drink, just to look on their nakedness, pretty much. All right, that's what this man has done. He done set up everything to be what is it? Basically to be an adversary to the law, statutes, and commandments that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah set up, even coming down to putting things that are in our food that is detrimental to our DNA. So this is definitely the accuser of our brethren, man. So the Scopeo, okay, is definitely on this man, right? And you got all these other camps where they don't even talk about Esau, man. It's like they're scared, but we know they have them gag orders, right? But anyway, going back, where was I? Let's get this right here. All right. So this is what I'm talking about. So this is the micro C hip. Okay, the RFID C hip is the M.O.T.B. All right, the mark of the beast. Right. Revelation chapter 13 and verse, I'm going to start at 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. So here's the faith and the patience of the Israelites. All right. But you can go to the book of Psalms, I believe that's 149, 148, 7. One of them, and it tells you who the saints are. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. And I beheld another beast coming. Salakia, where was? And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. Okay, the NATO EU, right? And he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwelled therein to worship the first beast, which deadly wound was healed. So basically, that the two horns of the lamb, that represents your bipartisan, party, which was the same as in Rome. All right, and he spake as a dragon. So these draconian laws and things about to get real tight. And causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast. There you go. The first beast was the Roman Empire, okay, whose deadly wound was healed. And that's the Roman Empire coming back into power, all right? The mystery of iniquity, the Roman Empire coming back into power through America, through the Renaissance, okay, starting in Italy, all right, through the Borgia family, but ultimately affecting the whole earth, all right, even over here. And he doeth great wonders, so they make a fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. So that's what's going to happen. These lying and these signs and lying wonders. All right. Hey, yeah, just put this inside of your body, and paraplegic people are gonna start walking, and all this. But at what price? And these some of these some of the actual shows show you. Okay, the Black Mirror shows, they show you. Okay, like it was one where it was Quincy Jones' daughter. I forgot her name. She had cancer, and they said, okay, well, we can remove the cancer, but we will replace it with a synthetic something, and basically told her that she'll have a chance at living and can be in remission of cancer if she puts this C hip into her brain. And it came with what? Side effects. Okay, they kept upgrading the system, so they had to keep charging them to take this for them to basically still be in the loop. All right, she was linked to the cloud, so she was basically saying random ads and stuff like that, basically not being in control. And that's what's gonna happen if you take this micro C hip and put it inside of you, man. And you're gonna ultimately be destroyed, because the Lord said it in Revelation the 14th chapter. Yeah, and he doeth great wonders, and so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. All right, so this the beast is MARK, or charagma, is the micro C hip, but you still have an image of the beast, which is the ways, like the nomenclature and the ways that basically Rome, or ancient Rome, operated. Even going down to about the bipartisan systems that we just talked about in the previous verses. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And no man might buy or sell, save he that had that mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 603 score and 6. So that's basically the yeah, the barcode. The guy, even going down to the guy that basically created the barcode, Joseph something, and it just so happens that his first, middle, and last name are all sixes. But the Lord just covers all bases, even on slight carnal ones like that, just to show his power. All right. Isaiah 47. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones and grind meal. Uncover the locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. So the Lord's going to come back and totally destroy and uproot all of the wickedness that this man has planted for centuries. Yeah, I'm gonna skip down to this. This goes into America being destroyed. But this is what I wanted to pinpoint: the sorceries, all right, that they're using to get over on the people. Isaiah 47:9. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day: the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. So, this incrementalism, gradualism, predictive programming, this is all part of their witchcraft, man, and in sorceries, enchantments, right? But it's being shown now that they've got, gotten things by deceits or ill gain, right? Yeah, verse 10, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. Therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off. And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Stand now with thine enchantments, and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt profit it, if so thou mayest prevail. All right, so the Lord said, "Hey, stand with them enchantments and that wickedness, and let's see if it's gonna prevail." And we know that hell, fucking no, it won't. Just as when Moses, Moses ate up those serpents of the that was on the left hand side by those sorcerers and everything like that. The right hand side is always stronger than the left hand side, and Esau Edom operates on the left hand side with that magic and all that. Behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver. Slakia, verse 13. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. So, hey, the Lord is basically just being facetious and playing with his food. Like, hey, man, hey, hey, if you think that you can win with that, then go ahead, stand on it. All right, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen when we already know what's gonna happen, man. All right, we already know what's gonna happen and what was promised to us from the Lord, right? I wanted to get this. Yeah, because we're calling this devil out. We know the devil, man. Okay, we know who he is. This is just really fast. Sirach 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. So this is a commandment. Okay, there's more than 10 commandments. There is law statute 613 law, statutes, and commandments. So this is a part of the commandment to not take the M-A-R-K. That's a commandment as well. Right? Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. And that's us. We know that how about Shem Yahushua set him up to be this devil. Okay, that's why he's referred to as the sword of the Lord. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and get that. I'm gonna wrap this up. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 17 and verse 13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. So that's what we're asking the Lord to deliver us from this wicked man that he set up to be wicked, right? Yep. Isaiah 14. Let's see. The verse 7. Whew. Hey, this is beautiful. Isaiah 14 and 4. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, "Oh, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. The Lord Yahweh have broken the staff of the wicked," there you go, "and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and unhindered. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing," and that's after Yahweh Bashem Yahushua takes this man down. "Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, Since thou art laid down, no fellows come up against us. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It have raised up their thrones, all the kings of the nations." Let's go down. Let's skip down to verse 12. "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations?" And that's, Esau, Edom as a whole. But starting with the Amalekites, the top nation of Esau, Edom. "For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High." And here's what's going to happen. "Yet thou shalt be brought down to the pit, to the sides of the pit." So there you go. And this is the last one. All right, because the Lord is going to disappoint this man while he's eating, as the scriptures say. Job 20 and There it is. Job 20:22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. So just when he thinks that this is going to become reality, their fifth industrial revolution, aka mixing men with machinery, all right, human machine collaborations, which is gonna lead the way for the RFID micro CHIP, which is the MARK Kragma, all right, of the beast. So Lord willing, I was edifying. I'm gonna end it with that. Want to give our honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Reha HaKodash. The honors due to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace, love, salutations, and blessings to the Lord's elect. And until next time, Shalom.